This is Jorge Rivera with FirstCoast.tv, and we find ourselves here at the, this is the Veteran Association or the
Veteran Service Office.
Service Office, yes. And they're located here on San Sebastian View, same building where you have social services and some other government agencies. And you gotta have a wonderful little office here. It's very cozy. Almost looks like a museum. It's wonderful with offices. So I'm here once again. Something big is coming our way on November 11th, and there is something on November 10th. So why don't we start with you tell me what's going on November 10th?
Sure, be happy to, Jorge. And again, thank you so much for being here and covering this for us. It's very important. It's a very important day.
It's an honor.
And that allows us in this land of the free to be able to still honor our veterans on this day. But on November the 10th, we'll be receiving the Traveling Vietnam Wall. Will be coming to the Elks Lodge there on A1A. It'll be arriving around noon that day. And it will be escorted by a motorcycle escort from the sheriff's departments from Volusia County, Flagler County, and St. Johns County. It's a big event, and we have several of the veterans motorcycle groups that will be as a part of the escort as well. So they'll arrive at around noon that day, and we'll feed them. And we'll have lots of pizza there for them when they arrive. And after a couple of hours, then they'll move over from the Elks Lodge over to Anastasia Baptist Church there on A1A as well. And that's where they'll begin their work of setting up the wall that afternoon. Mm-hmm. We also have the wall this year for the first time. The wall on the global war on terror will be presented as well. And it's not quite as large as the Vietnam Wall, but still a
very
significant,
impressive,
very impressive. Very impressive.
I was there last year, and I was like, "Wow!"
Yeah, it is very impressive.
Might be portable, but this is very impressive.
So that's what will take place on the 10th, which is a Sunday. After our church services are over there at Anastasia Baptist Church, and around 2:00 in the afternoon, we'll open up the atrium area, and we'll get all this set up that afternoon for our veterans. And then the next morning, we'll open the atrium area at 8:00 that morning. All of the tables that we make available to nonprofit 501c3 community organizations that support veterans in some fashion, some respect, will be there. And we are absolutely oversubscribed this year. We're having to double up on some tables.
Okay.
These are 8-foot tables, and so we're asking some organizations would they mind sharing with another organization of similar offering, if you will, of what they do, and so that's what we're having to do. So we've actually got 47 different organizations that are sponsoring this year as well.
Wow.
That'll be there.
And that's great to get that from the community. Is there anything you could tell us about the program? What we expect on that day?
Well, the theme this year, of course, is D-Day.
All right.
And we
tell us what D-Day is for those who aren't up to their history.
Well, that was the big invasion that was the beginning of the end for the German.
So Normandy is the word.
Normandy is the word, and we would love to attract as many World War II veterans as possible in the St. Johns County area.
So let me stop you there. Are they really dwindling as they say they are?
They are, very much so. We're losing at the rate of around 1,500 a day of World War II veterans. Yeah,
they're well in their 90s.
Yeah. If you think you were in your 20s in 1940, and it's been 60 and 20, another 80 years. Yeah.
Most all these veterans are in their 91, 92, 93 to 100, over 100 years old.
Wow.
they, the loss is just, for everyone that we lose now, is just a tremendous loss. It's a national treasure. Every time one of these veterans pass away, that's a national treasure that we have lost.
That was such a pivotal moment in history, not just for us, but for the whole Western world, and Asia too, so it changed the world.
Or one of the things that will be extremely impressive, if you will, and certainly a education, a learning experience in itself is as people file into the CLC, the Christian Life Center, which is our large church facility there, that day. We will have pictures of the invasion. That'll be on the Jumbotron up there and the large screens on the side of the CLC as well. That will be playing and looping for over an hour while people are coming in, getting settled in. The doors open at 10 o'clock that day, and the program starts at 11.
At 10 o'clock, the public can start coming in.
Can start coming in. And so there's a real education there, just to look at these pictures, these videos. So there's a lot of education that will go on that day.
Right.
And go ahead, Ron.
Talk
about this program some more.
Actually, it's a double-edged sword because some of our youth, the millennials, so to speak, really, as Bill was sharing, have no idea what June 6, 1944 was all about. And this is a wonderful opportunity, not only for us folks that experienced a little of that, but it's a wonderful opportunity to educate our young people and understand exactly what that day stood for 75 years ago.
Right. And who are some of the speakers we have?
Well, the speaker this year is going to be Judge Howard McGillen. And Judge McGillen is a retired Army colonel. He was a JAG Corps judge in the JAG Corps in the Army. But he's going to be talking about his dad's experiences because his dad was in Normandy. He was in D-Day.
Wow.
And his dad was a retired Army colonel as well. But these are how these stories get told and passed down. Yeah. His dad shared a lot of his experiences with Judge McGillen, especially after he joined the Army. He's a graduate of West Point. And his dad shared a lot of these experiences with him, and there are some fabulous stories. And he's going to be sharing a lot of those with the public that day as well. It's going to be a part of his presentation. Judge McGillen is a military historian. He knows a lot of the battles, the wars that this country has been engaged in over the years. But his focus that day is going to be on D-Day, and so he'll be sharing a lot of great experiences with us that day.
Wow. Last year you had quite a lot of. Do you know how many people you had about last year?
The estimate that we came up with was around 850. Wow. That CLC holds 1,250.
Okay.
And we know that most of it was filled. And this year we're expecting over 1,000.
Wow.
So we think we've advertised better this year than we did last year.
Right.
And the fact that last year was such a success, people want to come back again. Yes. And see it again and repeat it again.
The word gets around.
Yep.
Anything else?
This is a wonderful opportunity, again, to showcase our youth. And we will, again, be focusing on and recognizing our junior ROTC units from 5 high schools this year. We have Bartram Trail, we have St. Augustine, we have Nice, we have Fleming Island. We have also Andrew Jackson from Jacksonville that will be coming in and participating. So we want them recognized. And again, this is a wonderful opportunity not only for them to be recognized, but for them to experience again another wonderful event.
And our Sea Cadets.
And the Sea Cadets, and the
Sea Cadets are actually going to carry the colors this year.
Okay.
And but their entire battalion will be there that day. And one of the things we're going to do this year that we didn't do last year, but should have, is we're going to parade them into the CLC. So they're going to come down one aisle, they'll go across the front. So we'll be filming all of that. But in the backdrop as they're coming across. The American flag on the large jumbotron will be waving as well.
Okay.
So it will be quite an interest for all of those cadets that day when they file in. There are a couple of things that I want to just speak about before we close out here, and one of them is that we have returning again this year the St. Augustine High School chorale that sang last year, and they were just fabulous.
Yeah.
So we're bringing them back again this year, and but in addition to that, to accompany them in terms of providing music this year is going to be a quartet called the Liberty Express Quartet. Mm-hmm. And they are a Christian gospel group that sings patriotic songs as well for events like this. And their special song that they do, which is kind of their signature song, is a song called Angel Flight. Mm-hmm. And as they're singing that, this is a video that has been done as well of a C-130 that's taking off out of Afghanistan, returning bodies back to this country. Mm-hmm. And so that will be playing on the Jumbotron as they're singing this song. And so that's going to be quite a impressive but quite an emotional song that they do. So they'll be singing as well and providing music. Mm-hmm. And then the other is that Ron mentioned earlier on, and I just want to emphasize that we just want to reach out to all of the World War II veterans in this community and invite them to be with us this day and to let us know if they can attend. And anybody who may be their caretaker, let me just leave my contact information if I could.
Yes, please.
And have them contact me and let us know if they can bring them, and we'll provide transportation for them or any special needs that they have. But it's very important that they be there that day. If they could just reach out to me, Bill Dudley, and my phone number is 904-806-4712, and my email address is anuday00@aol.com.
Okay.
So we would love to have any World War II veteran that could join us that day. We would love to have them.
So you hear that, everybody. So if Granddad is a World War II veteran, if you know your neighbors, father, granddad, this is how that happens, and you know where it's at. So
one more important point: it's all free.
It's all free. Good point.
There's no cost.
There's no cost for any of this. Absolutely.
You're in a free country.
That's right.
All right. I thank you so much, gentlemen.
Thank you, Ari.
You are such a core of the veterans in this area, and you look after them so well. So they're not enough. They say languages are deficient because there's never the words that you need to say, and you guys are great.
Appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. So you heard now. Be there or be square. It's a wonderful day to celebrate not only our victory in D-Day, but also celebrate the men who made that possible and the men who are still keeping this country free. So keep that in mind.
Great job. Thank you very much.